Okay, weird angle just because I love that patina, that look up there. I might get too carried away. I'm back in my project where I'm trying to get a break room together. So I need a chill out space because when I come here, I've got like my laptop for loading the videos and stuff, and I'm always putting it on a dirty bench and horrible. This was a project that had me super excited. And if you recall, we found out that there was tin behind that paneling that goes up across the ceiling there. And we still don't know what's behind this wall here. So who knows what we're gonna find today. I've mentioned in a couple videos that every time I would come in, I would hear Mama Raccoon and her babies in that wall. So I'm a little bit scared to go yanking on it, but it's got to come down. And yeah, so really happy to be back at it. Let's get to it. Now, if you look over my shoulder there, that green door was totally covered up, and who knows how long it had been covered up for. And that kind of makes me excited to see what we find behind this paneling here. It looks like there was some kind of a pass-through for probably some HVAC or something. We do have the tin that's wrapped around from the ceiling. I'm so overgrown at the moment. That's a project coming up in the next couple days. I got to get all this vegetation under control. But out here in the back behind the factory was a giant water tower. And I believe that, which is under the current day ramp up to the second floor, was like a pump house. And probably it came in here, and this is what was pushing it around the building. That's all speculation on my part, so I don't know that to be true, but I'm trying to figure out why they would put, encapsulate the entire interior of the building with tin. So I don't know if they were storing chemicals or it was fire prevention of some kind or what was going on. But yeah, it's a big mystery. It's a really big mystery. But I love the way it looks. And it looks pretty sketchy at the moment, but it's gonna look awesome. So before I pull the paneling down, I need to get the remainder of this drop ceiling frame out of here. This stuff is like really a pain in the butt. It's everywhere in the building. And they always put too many nails in it. So. I hear something moving around in there. There is something moving around in that wall. And that thing is creeping me out too, because the wind's blowing it. No way. So let's go look on the other side of the wall, because it might not be. Hold on. Oh, dang. I was hoping there was something catching the wind over here, bumping the wall. Should I be ashamed of the fact that there's a little raccoon or something in the wall? It's terrifying me. I'm actually not afraid of it if it's like out in the open, but you never know at what moment it's gonna go spider monkey on you. Oh, all right. I'm gonna take it slow and see what happens. But I'm gonna. The only place he can come out of is right there. at least as far as I know. So if I'm careful right around that space, I should be okay. I'm not 100% sure there's something in there, but I think I heard it, so. And she shouldn't be, I think it's a mama, or maybe one of the babies left over, I don't know. But I had a dumpster parked out back one time, and there was a raccoon in it, because I hadn't put anything in the dumpster yet. And it had jumped in there, and it couldn't get out, because it was, it's like 6 feet tall. And I walked back there and stuck a board, and just kind of backed up around the corner, so it couldn't see me, so it'd feel safe to go. It was like 30 seconds. I stepped back out, and that thing was gone. So I think he's pretty thirsty. He'd been in there a bit, so. It's a very subtle knocking, like thumping sound. Okay. If I don't, well, I guess if I post this video and you're watching it, that means I survived. So that comment has actually been made a couple times, which tells you a lot about this channel. All right. No, if he jumps out at me, I got a hammer to hide behind, so. Holy cow, I jumped in my own darn shadow. Woo. I heard a small thump and then I saw my shadow moving. Good Lord, it's so embarrassing. Okay, so this might all be for nothing. I don't know. So I'm gonna just like tap on this wall and see if, because there's like a thumping sound. And my imagination is telling me it's like the raccoon turning around in his little, I mean, look how thin that space is. So he's got no room. All right, one thing's for sure, if there is a raccoon in there, he's just as terrified as I am. Right now, oh my gosh, okay. Yeah. All this buildup, and there probably won't be a raccoon in there. It's hard to focus on what I'm doing with one eye peeled out over toward that hole. Here comes the worst part. I don't see anything, that's a good thing. I'm gonna try to get this part done as quick as I can. That slamming door is not helping. And I just rushed down that ladder pretty quick because I'm pretty sure I heard like an animal squalling. Let me see if I can rewind it and like jack the volume up because when I rewatched this, I didn't hear it on the phone. So but let's see if you can hear what I heard. Okay, so here we are. Now I'm ready. Let me back up just a little bit. So right here, I think, is the area over the last couple of years I've heard all the little babies squalling and bawling in there. So, and when they're going, you cannot mistake them. They're making noises at the top of their lungs. So you can actually hear them on the other side of the building sometimes. So, yeah, but I don't hear anything that's like actually indicating there's something in there. I just, I'm imagining the noises that I'm hearing are that. So hopefully we're gonna be okay, or maybe hopefully not. It would be pretty cool to see a spider monkey raccoon jump out, I guess. All right, all for the sake of YouTube. Oh my gosh. So, I feel like a real dummy right now because I just peeked behind that plywood and it's more of that tin right there, right behind that plywood. So this plywood is mounted to that tin wall. And if there was a raccoon in there, a raccoon, it's actually between, it's up in there and then down, yeah? So when I peel this off, I'm still gonna have another wall and I won't have like an exposed raccoon city in front of me. I'll just have that metal wall, hopefully. So at least that's what it looks like from taking a peek right there. So let me go ahead and pull that off and see what it looks like. Yep, so we got tin all the way around. The entire room is lined with that tin all the way, so that's great. I was hoping a door or some giant windows or something like that, you know, a surprise or like a giant hand-painted sign for the employees. But I'll take the tin cladding, so. That's really awesome. This room is gonna look amazing. Okay. So that looks pretty sketchy, but it's not damp. It's just old paint. And it's got metal behind it. So between my awesome new power washer and these drains right here, there's one there. It's got a cap on it. And then there's an old one there. So I'll have to get a couple 5-gallon buckets and there's no basement under here, so it's just built on the earth. And so I may, the floors are concrete under all this stuff. So I may just test this, and it won't be a whole lot of water to do this. Probably take maybe an hour or two. And So I think I'm gonna need some kind of earplugs because that's really loud when those nails pop. So I don't know if you can tell that on the video, but yeah. The price you pay for art. Yeah, this room is definitely going through a metamorphosis. When I think back to what it was like when I started, I mean, it still looks like a train wreck, but I can see the potential now, so it's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm getting pretty far along. Just gotta get that top and then the two corners. I always have that problem that the last 10% takes 90% of the effort, which is a total bummer. They put nails like every 1.5 inches. I have no idea why. But I did hear some bumping and it's continually happening. Very subtle. And let's see if we can hear it. Just kidding. But I am hearing the bumping while I'm working. So, and I'm like really pounding on this and it's super loud. So if there is an animal in there, it is completely terrified right now. So but we're almost done, almost done. Okay, so just a little more to do. That piece up there. I'm gonna leave that little corner for when I do that because that's above that and it's just heck to get out. So it's looking pretty awesome. So actually, let me back up here. Yeah. You know, it's a very slow metamorphosis, but it's happening. So I'm gonna pull the paneling off of this column here. And that brings me to this. So in a future video, I'm gonna, coming up here for too long, I'm gonna take all that down. And I don't know what's behind, that's the mystery wall, because as you see, there's one of those giant beams across there. That may just be a stick-built wall with paneling on both sides. I have no idea. So I'm gonna, wait a second. Does that look like tin right behind that? That does, that looks like tin. Oh my gosh, would that be totally awesome? If this whole room was fully encased in that tin, except for that awesome brick wall there. So yeah, okay. So I think that's for next video. Right now, what I need to do is get all this cleaned out again. It feels like I take 2 steps forward and then I have to do this giant cleanup project again, so. Okay, then my magic snappy fingers. Love those snappy fingers. Yeah, I didn't go too overboard with the clean out because it's just gonna get messy again at the next stage, so. Yeah. Man. I'm really tired and I got a lot more to do. It's about 5 p.m. If I don't have a light in here, it gets super dark. So at 5, it's time to switch and go do some stuff outside. So that's for a different video though. So, okay, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. And as it turns out, I'm still alive. I didn't get murdered by a spider monkey raccoon. So I'll talk to you again soon.